Yeah, what's good, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Beezy, listen, checking in. Just another AMC video. I'm new to this whole thing, but I do want to bring a different aspect to the game. I'm a person who looks at all aspects of the paradigm, the pyramid, the prism, if you will. When the light shines through the pyramid, it breaks out in the spectrum in the prism, right? So with that said, my first thing I want to start with is definitely going to be with AMC as far as the broader aspect. Let's look at the entire market. Let's start there. Okay? The entire market, my friends, has faced manipulation. And I hate to say it, but it just is what it is. Those of you who have been in this play since January, much respect to you, but I'm a new baby ape. And my sentiment is, I came into play. I was in the play, out the play, in the play, out the play. But see, when I first started the stock market, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I started at crypto, moved my way to the stock market. And let me tell you, I had no clue what the hell I was doing. But through reading and research and all this stuff, man, it just took me a while to get to this point where I'm at now, where it's basically, just want to bring to your attention, guys, reverse repos, the debt ceiling not being raised. There's a lot of factors going into why the AMC play is not just a play. This is groundbreaking information. This is the play of the lifetime. This is like this is like when you walking down the street and you trip over a dead body or something like that, and you like, damn, this is Jimmy Hoffa or JFK or something, or like something crazy. So I just want to bring to your attention how my thought process works with AMC. The way I see it, man, there's no time limits, there's no dates, there's no guarantees even. It just is. And the fact of the matter is there's millions of people buying this stock on a day-to-day basis. Nobody's selling. The manipulation is a little bit obvious to anyone who has a set of eyes and has been watching the market for even the last few months, as myself. So I don't want to do any charting or anything like that, or any or text data, short interest and all that shit. To me that's fundamentals, but as we all know, this is not a fundamental play. So I just want to put that out there. I want to bring a different aspect to the AMC scene. Now, I want to start with the simulate and trade video I recently watched, where they showed a few people have screenshotted the purchase agreement or the actual information that shows that they're hiding their puts in Brazilian fraudulent companies and things of that nature. We're in scary times right now. We're like Lou from Wall Street says, you're dealing with the devil, man. And each layer we peel back, each step we take further, and each loophole we try to close, we start to see a deeper, darker criminal link. So with that said, man, this is my thoughts on AMC. The squeeze is imminent. Now, whether that's a day, a week, a month, year even. Technically, there's a guy that said it would take up to 4 years for them to even establish an investigation on AMC, on naked short selling and, Citadel, or allegedly Citadel, or, companies of that nature. Citadel Connect is another point I want to get to. Citadel Connect. Now, Keenan Grace did a great video on the data showing that they basically siphoned out all of the shares from the dark pools, from the lit exchanges to begin with, which is the retail investors, me and you, people like me and you. They took our money, they put it in a pot, they put it in a big pot, right? And they basically put the money to sleep, like Lou says. They put your money to sleep. It's in a big pot. They're using their own money to basically bet against us. Now, this is how this works, in my opinion. And I don't know shit. I'm just a guy, right? I'm just a dumb investor. I'm dumb money, so to speak, you know. But yeah, as I said, I'm dumb money, man. I have no clue what's going on. This is just my opinions, and this is for entertainment purposes. I am not a financial advisor. Yada yada yada, right? So anyways, so like the way I see it, they take everybody's money, right, and they put it in a pot. Oh, 1 second. Speaking of pots, my pot of coffee is boiling. Let me get right back to you guys. Alright, so boom, right? We went and got the coffee, got the yak back. So to continue and further explain just my thoughts on AMC and how things are basically going to work out. There's no time limits. Let's not do that. Let's not bring any negativity to the situation. I mean, it's obvious what's going on here. There's clear manipulation by the powers that be, market makers, basically, the people who have been here. Who's that guy's? Man, Alpha Status Stocks, I think it was a great video where he went on a cruise with his wife, or I'm sorry, his girlfriend, I'm not sure, but basically they were there and they ran into a couple of hedgies. They ran into a couple of hedgies, and yeah, it's an interesting video, man, but it definitely brings insight, and it's like the movie, I think it was either Margin Call or The Big Short, or either one, where they described the fact that it's like, why are they telling on themselves? It's like they're bragging. So these hedge funds decided to brag to this guy about, going against the Redditors and dumb money and people like me and you, and happy the fact that they can just short a company more than over 140% of its worth. And, there's just, I mean, it's too much right now. But I will like to start and really kind of focus and narrow this down to simulate and trade, which is very interesting, where they showed the Brazilian companies that were already found guilty of foul play. And I'm sick of these fines. These fines are ridiculous. You make $10 billion in one day on a deal. Next thing you know, you're fined 100 mil, 70, not even 100 mil, 70 mil. The owner of Robinhood is on TV the other day, like he didn't lose any sleep over that $70 million fine. I get a $70 million fine. I'm not doing no interviews after that. Like, my next interview is going to be me. Yeah. But, I mean, I just find this stuff interesting, man. I mean, how deep does the rabbit hole go? I mean, do we really want to know? I mean, I really don't want to know. I just want my damn tendies with hot sauce, man. But, yeah, I just find it interesting, man, that this AMC has brought me to a point where I've done so much research, and to the point where I'm actually devoted a lot of time to learn about the market and, take it to the next level, doing due diligence. I had a somewhat background in machine operating, where I'm actually programming machines myself to, make parts, metal parts for everyday use. With that said, there's an x-axis, there's a y-axis, and then with machining, there's a z-axis. So I try to use my prior knowledge to bring it to the market and chart reading and fundamentals and stuff. And it's like, what the hell am I looking at here? There's nothing fundamental about this. There's no consistency to because no one can predict the market. I mean, it is what it is. But when you find out you're facing algorithms and fighting against computers like Bobby Fischer, I mean, it's amazing, man. Another beautiful thing was to see the community come together. I think it was Trades, Review Dork, TMI, Short the VIX, and I'm not familiar with the other guy. But interesting video. I do like that. Community coming together, staying strong. I do get that, this thing's been beaten like a dead horse. AMC, there's nothing else to talk about. And that's why I don't really want to go into the Ortex data. I don't want to go into, I don't want to go into the charting, or I don't want to look at the VWAP and EMAs and all that, because I do that anyways. But the point to this video is to kind of give you a broader aspect of a newer investor like myself, the psychology of a new investor like myself, things you learn, and maybe you're a new investor or baby ape like myself who got into this relatively soon, relatively more recent than others. Because if you think about it, oh man, I was driving to a funeral one day, and I was actually checking the market, and I had my little harness up where I was, watching the market and doing this, doing that, charting all this stuff. And basically my sister's driving. I'm in the middle seat of the truck. My nephew's in the back seat of the truck, and my other two sisters, twins, are in the front. And I was so upset. I literally was hovering over like the quotes and on Webull, and basically what happened from there, it was horrible because she hit a bump, and and I literally closed out my, I don't know, this had to be an act of someone else, because it made me literally sell all my shares for a loss. And I was devastated, man, devastated. Those unrealized gains became realized pretty quick. So I say that to say this, is like, I definitely want to, just bring a different aspect to the game. We got people that want to leave the AMC scene, but I don't feel like it's a time to leave the AMC scene. I feel like it's a time for us to grow stronger and just even be that much stronger. So, a new fresh voice, or just even a new fresh take on the whole stock market in general might be, what you guys might be looking for. If not, it is what it is. Hit the like or the dislike button, or just don't hit nothing. Just keep it moving. I'm not here for that. I'm here to kind of just give a different aspect or experience to, how I came about. And like I said, the AMC play, it came through. I got to learn about the market. I got to learn about, actually how to invest. Buy the dip, fellas. Don't buy the chip, by the way. We'll get to that later, but yeah, a lot of learning, man. A lot of learning as a new investor. You have no clue what you're getting yourself into. I mean, it's definitely a lot to take on. But after a lot of reading and research and late sleepless nights, 4 a.m. pre-market to, a bunch of different stuff, man. Very interesting to learn. And I want to take you guys through my journey. I want to let you know, definitely an ape. I'm here to stay. I'm not moving off my spot. In fact, I'm going to continue to buy the dip, and I'm going to continue to even just, try to add to my position in general, just to prepare for a possible short squeeze situation. And as I read in some people's comment section, man, it could squeeze, it could not. I mean, it's either going to be the biggest change of wealth, or it's going to be the biggest robbery in Wall Street's history, because they're either going to pay us or they're not. And as you know, in the stock market, you never put more than what you are willing to lose into the market. So that's definitely great advice right there, because once you put money in, if you got to wait a year or however long for this play to take out, bro, you can't really know when to even take out. And I'm still confused on the fact that you could take out or not. But anyways, let me get to the point here. The point is, we need to stay strong. We need to continue the movement. We need more voices out there, I believe, just to bring a different aspect, because everybody's doing fundamentals, and everybody's looking at the Ortex data. Everybody's trying to tell you the reverse repos, and all that stuff. But I'm looking at it from, all right, they take your money, they put it in a big pot. They give the computers the algorithms, right? They tell the computers, look, make us some money. So they hit a button. The computer balances books, pulls money from here, takes it there. They might take from AMC. They might, put that money to sleep. Boom. Now they're going to put that in Apple, Amazon, wait for that to rise. Boom. Take big chunks of that. Then they're going to put it to short or maintain their short positions, or even create new long positions, or, what have you. But, I just find it interesting that the SEC is not doing anything about this. It's a lot of interesting stuff going on, man, and I'm all here for it. The most recent move of basically the debt ceiling not being raised, man, I don't know what that means. But from what I'm reading and hearing, it means that basically if you are at risk for a margin call, right, and you own, let's say, 10,000 amount of stock in XYZ stock, and basically the debt ceiling is lowered or even not being raised, that brings attention to the fact that they're going to have to get this money from somewhere, right? So it's looking like they're going to have to close, or before, better yet, listen, the American dollar is losing value, right? So if the American dollar is losing value and people are fighting back and forth, they're passing the baton back, Citadel back allegedly to this company, back and forth, ping-ponging basically our money around. As you can see, AMC has been stuck in this channel like this, and that thing is like this now. It's like it won't budge one way or the other. 1% to 2% moves, 3% moves. Meanwhile, you got companies ripping 100%, 200% gains in a day, and I'm like, with low ass volume, I'm like, what the hell? Obviously low market cap, but man, it's just like, man, it's amazing to watch the market as a whole and to see, and theorize, and conspiracy theorist me is thinking everything revolves around AMC and GameStop, which is, obviously not true. There's other plays, and you can see this across the entire market. I'm in several plays where this same thing is happening, man. And that's like, it's funny because you look at it and you kind of know what's going on, or you think you know what's going on, but you don't know for sure. And that's it's interesting to theorize, man, and be a conspiracy theorist in my point of view, because I believe this whole thing does revolve around mostly those two stocks, because Jim Cramer kind of said it. He was like, yeah, AMC and GameStop, that's the only two companies that they took over and they have now, and it won't happen again. And that's Jim Cramer. I don't, it is what it is. But the fact that those are the two companies that are mostly owned by retail investors like you and myself, along with obviously institutional investors, that this thing takes institutional investors to, move the market. So it is what it is, and the game is to be played or not played, and it's up to you. But at the same time, now that retail is here, we want clarity in the market. We want, our money not to be put to sleep for a whole damn 7 months, while these guys are taking our money and making billions off of it, and then paying a little $1 million fine here and there, 50 mil, 30 mil, while they're making trillions and billions of dollars hand over fist, bragging to guys like Alpha Status Stocks about how they're manipulating the market, and you would do the same. All they got to do is punch a button on a computer to yes or no. Do you want to continue manipulating the market? Yes or no? Now, interesting thing. This thing went from, what was it? It went from, damn, where was I going with this? Right, that's where I was going. So basically, okay, this is my theory, right? COVID-19. was a big part of this whole entire thing. And that's why I'm kind of not upset, but like it's just like it's like a game that's rigged. So say example, you're a market maker and you know COVID-19 is about to hit. I mean, what would you do in that situation? If you had leverage, information, or things of that nature. My thing is this. I'm definitely going to look out for mom, dad, brother, sister, family, immediate family, and things like that. So maybe they give a play here or there to someone close-knit in the circle. But of course, you don't want to tell everybody because market frenzy, everybody sells, boom, everybody's out. And now you're stuck holding the bag as a major hedge fund, which to me, whatever. So instead, they want the retail. They want you to be the bag holders. They want to take your money out, do a whole, make your money make money for them instead of your money making money for you, which is supposed to be doing. And that's why I got out of banking because, as you know, the American dollar is at a rapidly declining rate of interest as far as its worth. So I say that to say this. It started with COVID-19. It's still ongoing with COVID-19. There's like, I don't know if you've seen that movie Tenet, but there's like about 4 or 5 different wars going on at the same time. You got the government getting involved, the SEC, you got the DTCC, you got retail doing their DD, bringing more attention and light to the situation. And speaking of which, my boy Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man, had a great quote, which is, dust and germs will continue to grow in darkness until you shine the light on it of some sort, and then will it be seen? I forgot what it is. I gotta look it up for you. But yeah, the COVID first domino, right? A lot of people made a lot of money on that COVID stuff, especially in the stock market, and continue to still do so. So it went there. It went next to, what was it? What was after COVID? Okay. After COVID was the attempt to bankrupt and end all businesses that aren't COVID related. For example, businesses that are kind of dinosaur or fossil in their fundamentals, as far as, Netflix and all that stuff has all this new information, while AMC and GameStop is kind of old school, physical copies of disc and everything's digital, and they don't get that nobody wants to be locked in their house 24/7, 365. Eventually somebody gonna want to come out and play, whether that's sports, whether that's movies, whether that's, whatever it is. People want to interact. Social media is great, but the true interaction is people-to-people connections in person and actual physical contact in nature and stuff like that. So that's the aspects I want to focus on with my AMC videos, as far as the dichotomy of old versus new. And as you know, they want the one world currency. They want people to be home while they're out taking trips to freaking Malibu. They want you stuck at the house. For example, airports and airline plays was up. Meanwhile, travel is down for retail. So just not understanding. It's hard to get a passport right now. So it's just a lot going on, man. And AMC Strong, light taps. Shout out to all the guys, man. The AMC community. Shouts to all the apes. I love what this movement has done for, everyone to come together rather than be more divisive and, divide and conquer is being weakened with this play, guys. This is no longer a divide and conquer play. This is kind of like strength in numbers play. So that's the total opposite, and that's what they've been fearing this whole time. And let's see where this goes. I'm excited for the ride. I'm not doing time, dates. I don't care about that. My shares will sit, and if I gotta pass away and then pass some shares to my son for this play to play out, or my kids or whatever, that's what it'll be. Like, I'm in no rush. I am in a rush, but I'm like, I'm not putting time limits on it. So I don't care how long they take. Let's continue to stay ape strong, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stay AMC strong. Let's keep everything, you know, more strength in numbers rather than divisive in nature. That's all I'm saying, and that's kind of what I want to do for the community. And again, I don't want to focus on fundamentals. I want to focus on the people. So hopefully we can do that with this channel. Thank you guys, and I'm signing out for now, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.